Look at that. Wow. Hello. Welcome to Exploring the Holos from Rosemont, Illinois. We're here for the Ghost Show at Allstate Arena. And thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I gotta get ready to go. The show starts in a little while, and we are gonna walk on over.
Six hours later.
Well, how was it? It was hot and sweaty. Probably the best rock show I've ever seen. We had to lock our phones in these weird little bags, which is weird. But yeah, it was excellent.
Sorry I couldn't provide you any video of the show, but I'm going to head her on home, and we're going to talk about something else. Today I want to talk about something that I've been meaning to explain, at least in my understanding, for a long time now. It seems as though, I'm sure you'll agree, most people, when they think of a soul or a spirit, or maybe even a mind, they think of something that travels without a body, like an astral travel through dimensions and through other domains. From what I've learned about physics and metaphysics, that's not necessarily the case, and it can't be. Let me explain. So it comes with having an understanding of dimensions and what it means to have dimensions and what it means to have zero dimensions. Having dimensions simply means that you can measure something. A dimension, for example, in the well-known physical holos that we experience on a day-to-day basis, there are 3 common dimensions. If you count time, there are 4 dimensions. You hear a lot now that there's length, width, height, and time. But most people grew up thinking of the three major dimensions, the length, width, and height. So to have length, width, and height, you need to have a spatial dimension. Those are 3 spatial dimensions. If you have a physical presence in the holos, you are going to have those 3 dimensions. And mass, you will have some sort of mass. You'll have to bear with me. I really want to do these videos without any kind of notes. So for something like a soul or a zeta or a mind, we're not really talking about anything that can be measured. A zeta is an eternal, zero-dimensional entity. It is a 1, a 0, and an infinity. Infinity. It is one container with 0 dimensions and infinite energy. It is grounded to 0. So when you think of something with dimensions, like a body or a vehicle, or anything else that moves within a physical holos, they can have speed within the construct of time. And that is also a dimension of the holos, the time and the space. Time is relative to space because they are both dimensions within the holos. Now, In order for something to have dimensions that automatically, having dimensions automatically, what is the word I'm looking for? Implies time and movement. Dimensionality automatically implies time and motion. And zero-dimensional entities can only have mental motion. They can't have physical motion. Because if they had physical motion within the physical holos, that would imply physical dimensions, which they have none. So in order for something to be a zero-dimensional eternal entity, it cannot move within a holos. So that is why we say your zeta, your soul, is not in your body. It connects to it. Your zeta remains where it is for all eternity and cannot move from that place. That place is within the mental domain of the source, and it cannot move from that zero-dimensional point, because that would imply dimensions. And if I'm wrong, please explain this better to me in the comments, or make a video explaining it to me. I'd be happy to change my opinion or change my knowledge, because I want to have the right answers. And that's why I'm in the communities that I'm in, because I'm a person looking for answers. And these not normally thought about concepts are things that I think it's very important for people to grasp, or at least think about. Because people have a hard time thinking about their soul not being inside their body. Or, I don't know, I remember thinking like that before I was explained to about how these things work. And it this way makes a lot more sense, that your zeta is connected to your avatar through a mathematical connection. It's not connected through anything magical. It's simply about not believing in woo-woo magic. I do believe in magic, but my interpretation of magic is psychology. So things over time, ideas over time, language over time changes. And sometimes we have to get back to educating humanity as to what things really are and how they work. So just remember that. Zero dimensions, zero movement. Movement, physical movement, can only happen within a physical holos. Mental movement happens all the time within a zeta. But think of it this way. If you have no avatar, how would you move? It's almost freer that way. The only way you can move is by thinking. Anywhere anything you think about, you're there. And is it really any less real than physical movement? And how do you know? Just something to think about. Anyways, have a great week. Be safe. Ad Astra, my friends.